What's up, fuckers? It's Ashley here, and I am pissed. You might be thinking, why are you pissed? Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna tell you everything. So, the internet is fucked. The internet is becoming a dystopian hellhole that nobody should have to deal with. Now, why do I say this? I'll tell you why I'm saying it. Because that is what's happening. Now, it all started with Collective Shout and their bullshit with, censoring Steam and itch.io because, there's porn on Steam and I don't like porn, so we gotta ban it. We gotta force these credit card companies to abide by our rules and what we want. Yeah, Collective Shout is a fucking piece of shit that never should have even existed. Basically, an activist group gone berserk. Alright, trying to tell you what you can and can't play. Oh, but it gets worse. So shortly after all that was going on, things started to get worse for websites like Wikipedia and Twitter, as if Twitter couldn't already get worse than it already is. Twitter's a fucking cesspool of Nazis and insanity. However, Spotify and YouTube and, you name it, it's getting worse. So, I'm going to explain what's going on with these websites and how fucked we are as a society if we continue to let this shit happen. So, Spotify and YouTube and all these other places, they want you to give up your identification, your ID, your personal information that they always told you not to give out to people. Guess what? They want you to give it out to everybody if you want to use certain features on the platform. For example, Spotify wants you to give up your personal information to use Spotify. Failure to do so will result in having your account banned. Yeah. They want to flat out ban you if you do not comply. Which you shouldn't comply anyway because it's your information. You decide how much of it you want to give to people and how much you want to keep to yourself. Right? But it gets worse. So YouTube apparently is wanting to implement a AI feature that determines your age based on what you watch. So let's say you are an adult and you're watching My Little Pony, or you're watching whatever, maybe you're watching Bluey or something like that. Alright? Hypothetically speaking, of course. You're watching something that is geared toward children. Well, YouTube is gonna see that, and they're gonna think that you are a child. And so they're going to lock certain features behind age verification, which means you have to give them your identification, your ID. Yeah. Now, Wikipedia is actually being smart about this and fighting it. Wikipedia is trying to fight this whole thing to where they don't have to force people to give up their ID and give anybody identification, because Wikipedia is a website that has a lot of information that people could use. Yeah, it's not a valid source for school and whatnot, but it's a good place to learn, a good place for education, and a good place to just do research and whatever, any sort of research. So it needs to be free to the public. It needs to be for everybody, regardless of age, and it needs to be this thing. Now, okay, I know what some people are thinking. Oh, but you're against all this. That means you're against helping kids and protecting kids. Ah, yes. The age-old excuse. This is for the children. Now, first things first, I don't think I need to explain myself, but, I mean, it's the internet. People are going to get the wrong idea no matter what you say. Internet, and I think that kids need to be protected. I think there needs to be some safeguards in place so that kids can browse the internet safely and not view things that will scar them for life. Believe me, I was one of those kids. I was scarred for life the very moment I saw Cupcakes and Smile HD and, you know, other gruesome My Little Pony shit. I also saw, like, porn when I was, like, 11 or 12. My very first porno. 11 or 12. And I'm like, what the fuck? So that's what a penis is for. I thought it was just for taking a piss. Nah. But, you know, I care about kids' well-being on the internet and shit like that, so there's that. I don't think I need to say that, but it, you know, whatever. However, the way that they're going about it, it's pretty fucking obvious they do not care about the children. And they never did. This is all about control. This is all about censorship. This is all about how dystopian can you make the internet and society as a whole. How dystopian can you make things? My big question is, how is any of this shit even harmful? What, some kid listens to Spotify, so fucking what? There is nothing on Spotify that I've seen that is worth age verification. And you could argue and say, oh, but all that rap music that the kids these days listen to, you know, Eminem or Lil Nas or, I don't know a lot of rap artists because I don't listen to rap. I don't care about... I think rap is like the worst genre of music, period. I think it's all just a bunch of noise and garbage. The only good rap artist is like Eminem. But, at least in my opinion. Anyways, you know, it's like, oh, insert rap artist here. And, you know, it's all got a bunch of racist lyrics, and it's violent, and whatever, and it's just violent, and rap music causes violence. And, you know, maybe that's what they think, you know, is worthy of identification. Oh, well, you can't listen to music without whatever. But to go as far as to not, you know, allow people to have access to Spotify, period, without giving over ID. And the thing is, identification can be easily fucked with. By that I mean, use a VPN or whatever. At the library, I use VPNs all the time. Because if I don't, not only do I get an ass load of ads, I get so many fucking ads, it's retarded. Alright? It is so fucking retarded. But, when it comes down to the internet, I like the idea of having absolute freedom to browse what I want, when I want to browse it, because, I mean, censorship is never a good thing. We do not need censorship on the internet. Bad enough, people are trying to make censorship a reality, and we have a little bit of that in the real world. Why would we need that in the cyber world of the internet? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, right? But that's what it's always about. It's all about control. It's all about control. It's all about censoring what people can and can't watch, what they can and can't listen to, what they can and can't play. I don't know about you, But if I have the money, I should be allowed to buy whatever the hell I want. If I want to go and buy a pornographic video game, or a game that has to deal with, you know, suicide or rape or incest or anything like that, oh yeah, I'm saying all the words that are apparently banned on YouTube. Again, censorship. That's all anybody ever wants anymore on the internet is censorship. You know, these big corporations don't care about you. They don't care about kids. They don't care about freedom. All they want is more control over you. Keep that in mind. That's all they ever wanted. That's why they are pushing so hard all this identification shit. And as if that's not enough, right? People are trying to tell you that if you support the opposite, if you do not want censorship, if you know, use VPNs, if you are on the side of freedom of speech and being allowed to buy and live, you know, you're a fucking predator and you agree with pedophilia. No, I agree with freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of everything. I agree that there needs to be something in place to help kids out, but do we really need to go this far as to, you know, fucking age verify the whole internet? Because kids are fucking stupid, don't get me wrong. Kids are dumber than a bag of dildos on a fucking Tuesday, alright? But they're not that dumb. You're telling me that they can't, you know, use a VPN, they can't figure out how a VPN works, or you're telling me that they can't go into their parents' room or search their purse or whatever and fucking, you know, steal their identification by taking a picture of it on their phone and using that as a means for identification? I mean, kids will find a way. It's not a matter of if kids will find a way, it's a matter of when. You know, you can't sit there and tell me that you care about children and their well-being when school shootings happen all the fucking time. When you won't fucking release the Epstein list. When you won't fucking give kids free food in schools, you know, free lunch. When you're fighting and debating over whether or not kids should get free lunch. I mean, it's not right to say, oh, we're doing this for the kids. It was never about the children. It was never about protecting the children. It was never about their rights or their well-beings. This has always been a matter of fucking with people, with control. Always about control. And I'm tired of it. So here is what I think should happen. People should boycott Spotify for even a split millisecond that, you know, this is a good thing. Because it's not. They don't fucking care about you. You know, they don't care about what you want. They only care about what they want. More money, more power, more control, right? So I say boycott things like Spotify and YouTube and Google and all these other people. Problem is that's never going to work because so many people watch YouTube and whatnot. Now, when it comes to Spotify, I have a solution for y'all. Fuck them. Fuck Spotify. Who cares about what they want? I say, if you want to listen to music, pirate it. Pirate music. And by pirate music, I mean go to YouTube. Search up a song that you want to listen to. And then copy the link and then paste it into the downloading site and then download it. Download the song for free. I don't give a shit if it's wrong. Alright? If Spotify is gonna pull this shit, what other options do you have? I mean, it's getting to the point where you can't do anything without pirating. You know, and I never understood it myself. Why we even need to have this discussion. People need to understand that, again, this is all about control. It's all about censorship. It's all about telling people what they can and can't play. It's all about fucking you over as the consumer. Now, another reason that they don't care about the kids, I mentioned school shootings and free lunch, but the Epstein list as well. They would have released the Epstein list, the Jeffrey Epstein list, and released the list and tell people who's on it and who was on the island, who did all this shit. And, you know, we would have the list by now. It would have been public information. And the fact that they're hiding it. A lot of kids were raped and sexually, you know, trafficked by Epstein and Trump and all these people. Now, I don't want to hear people in the comments saying, oh, well, Donald Trump isn't on the list. He said so. Yeah, Donald Trump is also a fucking notorious liar. You know he's on the fucking list. Stop acting so fucking retarded, okay? Stop. For the love of all the penises in the universe, fucking stop being stupid. For once in your goddamn miserable, pathetic fucking life. Okay? Now, with that ran out of the way, if they cared about kids, you know, there would have been better safeguards in place already. You know, there would have been better safeguards in place already on the internet, and we wouldn't be having this discussion right now. We wouldn't be trying to fight for our internet rights. We shouldn't be fighting about this at all. This should just be a thing that's unanimously agreed on, that our rights should not be infringed upon. The right to download whatever we want to download, watch whatever we want to watch. I know I keep saying that, but I have to bring the point home. I have to drill it into some of y'all's thick-ass fucking skulls with no brains in between. You know, there is no brain in there. I gotta give you a brain. You know? And some people are arguing, oh, but it's about, you know, the trans people. It's their fault. It's Democrats. No. Don't even get me started on all that bullshit. Trans people have nothing to do with this. Non-binary people have nothing to do with this. Think about it this way. They're also trying to get rid of, like, LGBT kind of sites to help people find themselves. Reddit is one of those other sites that is being attacked right now by this whole bullshit. And I have a conspiracy theory on this one. Notice how all of this is happening shortly after you know, Collective Shout started up with their we are now dealing with, you know, all this censorship because of Collective Shout. Yeah. I think they have something to do with all of this. The reason why, you know, websites like Twitter and Discord and fucking whatever, which Discord never cared about kids anyway. I mean, come on, let's be real here. Discord never gave a shit about kids. Or their well-beings, because there's a lot of fucking pedophiles on Discord. That's one reason why I don't use Discord. That, and I think Discord's a shitty-ass application anyway. I mean, I could just as easily talk to people on, you know, PlayStation chat or whatever. Like, I don't need Discord for any reason. And I never understood why Discord's even a thing. Now, I'm sure back when Discord first came out and it was first a thing, I'm sure that it may have had a purpose. But as time progresses and you see more and more pedos and preds and pedophiles and pedoters, I'm just trying to combine pedophiles and predators in both ways. I don't know why, I just am. But, you know, regardless, you know, ever since they went down that direction of actively trying to keep people like that, I mean, they have the chat logs. They know who's using Discord and who's not. They know what people are saying. They know. And yet they keep them on there, and some people report like hell on Discord. And nothing happens at all. They don't get rid of these people. They don't pursue legal action. They don't do anything to protect the kids. So again, tell me again how this is helping children, how this is protecting them, proving that you don't know what you're talking about. Protecting kids, my ass. Bunch of fucking dumbasses. Because let me tell you something. I want a free internet where I can do whatever the hell I want. If I want to listen to certain songs on Spotify without having to give my details, then I will. If I want to play a certain game, if I want to buy a certain game, I should be allowed to. It's my money. I need it now. Nah, but seriously though, it's my money. I should be allowed to buy whatever I want. You know? You can't tell me what to do. Right? Like, come on. And another thing is, parents need to fucking do their damn jobs. Now, if you're a parent or whatever and you're watching this video, I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing this shit. Because you are one of the good ones. You know, I make sure my kids don't have technology and whatever. And that's good. That's great. Keep it up. Make sure kids don't have access to social media and whatnot. But the sad truth is, a lot of parents don't give a shit about their kids. They don't care if their kids go on Discord. They don't care if their kids go online because, and I quote, they're fine. You know, my kids are just fine. No, they're not. They are being groomed by hundreds of men and women as we speak, because women can be pedophiles too. You know, and it's a sad case of you not doing your jobs, and so we have to suffer because of it. And I don't know about you, but I hate the idea of all this censorship running amok just because you ain't doing your damn jobs. You're not monitoring what your kids are playing or watching or listening to. If you don't want kids, whatever the case may be, that's fine. And to be fair, I wouldn't really let my kids listen to rap music anyway, because I don't think they need to be listening to that kind of hate-fueled garbage. I don't know, I've always thought that rap music is just a bad influence. Now, I'm not saying, oh, rap music causes violence. Well, I kind of am. But it has more weight to it than saying video games cause violence. Let's be real about that. I mean, come on. Let's see here. A lot of rap music involves violence and talking about rape and sexualizing women. And to be fair, I understand where people are coming from with wanting to just get rid of all that bullshit. And to be fair, that's fine. But the problem that I have is that I'm not the one to decide whether or not people listen to rap music. You know? If people want to listen to that, they should be able to do so. It's their choice. Right? It's their right to listen to whatever they want. And if parents don't want their kids listening to it, then that's their job, not ours. Not whatever. I mean, we don't want this. Nobody wants a fucking dystopian future where we can't say and do whatever we want in fear of being told that, oh, well, you know, you're a bad person if you support the opposition. No. I'll tell you what makes you a bad person. All this censorship. You know, it's always about how can we control people and not about how can we help people. But you don't want to fucking say that because you don't want to be caught for speaking the fucking truth as to what you're really trying to do. But we know. Everybody knows what you're trying to do. Every single person here knows that you truly do not fucking care. We wouldn't be having this discussion right now. And then, you know, it may be social media and identification today, but what do you think is going to happen tomorrow or next week, next month, next year? They don't stop at just that. They don't stop at, you know, wanting to control your social media and whatnot with IDs. They want to flat out tell you, oh, well, if you consume this sort of content, you're not allowed to consume this sort of content because that's bad. That's the wrong way to think. That's the wrong way to do shit. And let me fucking tell you this right now. There is this little thing called freedom of speech, and we are allowed to have freedom of speech. I don't care what country you're in. If you're on the internet, you have this freedom. Just use a VPN. You know, if you're in a country that doesn't allow freedom of speech, use a VPN, and there you go. You're allowed to have your own thoughts. But you gotta be careful about what you think, because it could lead to this. All this bullshit. Collective shout, I'm looking at your direction. You're the ones that fucking started this shit. It's your problem, not ours. You got a problem with porn? Good for you. Nobody cares. As for, you know, all the bullshit with whether or not, you know, people should have rights to do whatever, I think we should have rights. Last bastion of hope here on the internet. You know? And I do not like being told what I can and can't do. And you shouldn't either. You should have the freedom to choose. And this whole thing with, you know, whether or not it's good to just, it's not right. So, a little recap of today's video. It's all about censorship. People are trying to tell you what you can and can't play, can and can't watch, listen to. YouTube is trying out this AI thing where if you are watching, I don't know, Bluey or My Little Pony, something geared toward kids, it doesn't matter what your real age is or what you have your age set to on YouTube. They're just going to flat out automatically flag you as being a child, and you're not going to have the same rights and the same abilities as whatever. Basically, they're trying to force you to watch content that is set for your age. Like gun videos. Like if you're an adult, watch gun videos, watch this, watch that. You know, even if the video in question is for adults, such as, you know, I'm going to use more things here. Smile HD, Rainbow Factory, that sort of thing. I think I did it wrong. Oh, wait. Okay, 9. There we go. I just somehow did whatever. Alright, dual magazine, gotta have that. But another problem that I have... Okay, I know I was gonna do a recap, but one more thing. You know how people want to ban Grand Theft Auto? How long until they actually do that? How long until they give up and say, yeah, let's actually ban Grand Theft Auto? And, you know, how long until you're no longer able to play Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil... any of the Resident Evil games? Or Doom? I mean, some people don't want you to play Doom anyway because, oh, Doom is satanic, oh, Doom has demons in it. Yeah, but you're killing the demons. You're not actively a demon. You're not participating in demonic rituals. You are a demon killer. You're the Doom Slayer. Your goal is to kill and exterminate as many demons as possible. Fucking demonic genocide. But my problem also stems from the fact that there's a lot of people that will let this happen. A lot of people that try to tell you this is a good thing. We're only doing it for the betterment of mankind. We're doing it for the betterment of society, and we're doing it for the betterment of children. Even though, let's face it, it's all a fucking lie. They don't care about kids. That's another thing to recap. These people that are saying all this shit, they don't care about kids. They never once cared about kids. Had they cared about children, we wouldn't be dealing with all the bullshit we are now involving children. Free school lunches, being a debate, school shootings, you know, yeah, shit like that. The Jeffrey Epstein shit. And I don't know about you, but I hate liars. as much as I hate censorship. And that's all people ever want to do nowadays, is fucking lie to you left and right, tell you how wrong you are for believing that we should use VPNs and whatnot. I don't know. But yeah, you know, YouTube and their age verification bullshit, Spotify wants to get rid of people's accounts who do not comply. They're forcing you to comply. That's the problem. We don't want to. Nobody wants to. I mean, I don't really use, you know, Spotify all that much anyway. But even if I did, I should not risk losing my Spotify account just because I do not want to give up my identification. It's not fair. It's not right. It never was right to do this. You know? Anyways, that's it for this video. I know I kind of rambled on a little bit there and I keep repeating the same things. But sometimes you have to drill shit home. You gotta prove that point. You gotta hit the hammer so fucking hard it explodes. Alright? You gotta fucking remember that this isn't just about, you know, what we want, not what we want. Why do you think they are so avid about wanting to ban video games or ban a lot of things, or tell people why they can't play certain games or listen to certain music or whatever the case may be? Think about that. We are actively living in a dystopian hellhole, and it's only going to get worse. Because there's enough people with enough amount of money to tell you that this is a good thing. And they're trying to guilt trip you by telling you that if you disagree with all this, you're a pedophile and you support that shit. And I'm like, no. I support freedom of speech and the ability to do what I wanted the internet to do from the beginning. Also, can you stop hitting me? That'd be fucking great right now. Thank you. Stop hitting me. Stop it! Bitch. I will shoot you so fucking hard, your titties are going to become inflatable dishwashers, okay? Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck your mother. Fuck your father. Fuck your uncle. Fuck your brother. Fuck your sister. Fuck your dog. Fuck your cat. Fuck the universe as we know it. And most importantly, fuck everything. We're fucked. Society as a whole is fucked. The internet's fucked. You're fucked. I'm fucked. We're all getting raped in the asshole by everybody and everything. Anyways, that's it for this video. You know, Ashley out. Yeah, all that cat shit. Carlos is looking at us like, what the fuck? What the shit? What the fuck shit? He thinks we've lost it too.